Alright, so let's go ahead and load our game. Not the top one, that was my old one. So we are here, right outside Ormstal Dollar, I believe. We are here with our group, the Eagles, I believe their name is. The mercenary group that Bulwark leads. We split from Rook's group through a disagreement in leadership, shall we say. And now we are kind of off on our own doing mercenary things, or so Bulwark wants. We'll see where things go from here. We didn't split too long ago, too far, too much in the past, so I'm not entirely sure where exactly Bulwark's story is going to go and how it connects to the main story at large. But we shall see. Go ahead and let's go. Let's get this caravan moving. We're outside Bindle, actually, not Ormsdaler. Tracks up ahead, a scout reports. Follow them a ways. Small camp, a few blades. Meat and mead, maybe more. See, I don't like necessarily Bulwark's point of view because I tend to play things more friendly, more cooperatively. I don't like being mean to people, shall we say. So a lot of Bulwark's choices involve killing people to get what you want. And I like Rook's point of view where it's more coercion, more convincing people to work with you instead of against you. So we're going to go with take what they have. If they resist, kill them. And instead of take them or kill them and take everything. A dozen ravens set out, a mix of veterans and new recruits. They rejoin a couple of hours later with supplies. You hear one of the fighters muttering, "Takes the fun out of things when they give up their goods so easily." So we got what they had without killing people, which...
The miners of Bindal are a rough crowd. Not a bad place to recruit new blades.
The old wanderer fights his way up next to you. Can't see a damn thing in all this mess. Guess old Ironix hasn't forgiven you yet after all. Shouldn't you have died already? Spar grunts. Soon enough, I reckon. Of course, these old bones won't be forming any mountain brambles more like. He squints into the distance. There's bound to be a few more people from Ormsdaler trying to find a new home in Bindle, Spar says. Crowded towns haven't always been good for us. What's got you worried? A bunch of ravens set loose upon a slew of scared men and women is what, Spar says. Won't take much to have the guards after us, if they let us in at all. He has a point, but there's little to be done about it. The idea of being around so many others in such a confined space makes you tense. You crave a long hunt and sleep in solitude. I still think this is a coffin, and I still think that there's a sunder inside. All these people are looking for home and food. There are a lot of people looking at all the tents. And I'm looking for ale. Is that so much to ask for? I bet that scout tower already has sent word of us inside. This here. The snowstorm is worse than ever as you arrive at the walls of the mining town of Bindle. The gates are closed and you beat a fist against them. Open the Fang gates, you shout. From the wall, two menders look down on you, then recede. Soon the gates open enough for a half-dozen well-trained guards to greet you. Their one-eyed captain points and says, "Just you." Folka steps to your side. "Not alone," she says. She comes with me. The captain takes a moment to assess the situation and nods. Before following him through the gates, you bark commands to other ravens to stay close and vigilant. Inside the small gatehouse are the two menders from the wall, a woman with a fancy spear and a cub of a man holding a staff. "Valka Zephyr, it is the Raven Banner." "So it seems, but why here? Why now?" "Just passing through on our way to the Blue River, but this blasted storm caught us. Planned to come back this way afterwards for more work, but now we need some food and a place to hole up. We brought some people with us. They need a new home." "I'm sure it felt like the right thing to do, but we're already beyond our capacity here." "Are you Bulwark? Bulwark Bloodaxe?" "Hold your tongue, Nichols." What do you know about me, boy?" I've heard all your tales. I can't believe your cold bear cloak is real. Is it true your axe handles are made from your own horns?" The older mender places a hand on the young man's shoulder. "Wow, I never knew I was traveling with such a legend." You ignore her. "Are you in charge here? Where's the governor?" "The governor left for Aberang a while back with most of the fighters to settle a dispute. The Mender Council sent me to bring the people of Bindle west, as we've heard too many rumors of dredge." "More than rumors. We were in Borsgard. Saw Bellower." "The Immortal Sunder? How did you escape?" "Immortal was a joke. He's dead." Nichols' eyes go wide in awe, but Zephyr looks pensive. "What about the great rift that opened between Borsgard and Ormsdalr?" "We managed." Zephyr looks like she wants to press you for more information. "Enough. Open the gates for my ravens." "Mercenaries will only panic the people. With everyone from Ormsdalr, it's all I can do to keep them from stampeding like wild yaks." "Fine. We'll camp against the leeward walls." "Thank you. You'll have all the assistance with your shelter Avalka and her assistant can give you." "Funny you won't let us in when we're on a job for one of your own." You snarl at Folka for saying too much. She shrugs in response. "I'm not aware of another Valka being out this direction. Who has tasked you?" "Juno." Zephyr steps back at the name and studies your face for a moment. "Nichols, you and the guards see to what you can do outside the walls for the people." "I'll see to it, and make sure the ravens are comfortable." The young mender nods respectfully to Zephyr and grins at you and Folka before leading the guards through the gate. "I'm inviting only the two of you to stay within our walls and enjoy a bit more warmth and comfort." And separate us from my ravens? No." "Suit yourself, but your mistrust is unnecessary." "Maybe, but I shouldn't have to tell you about my job from your superior just to get an invitation." "My superior... No, you misunderstand. You have no job. The Vulcan known as Juno is dead." Well, that's a twist. So is the Mender not Juno? Is she, like, impersonating her? Or is it Juno and she came back from the dead? I guess we're going back to Rook now. The once energetic Mender approaches, looking both worn and troubled. I'm not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before." "Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look..." "I know. I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look." The Mender grins and a hint of his former youth shines through. Holy cow, he does look rough. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it has. Not, We'll get there no matter how long it takes. I'm glad you feel that way, but crumbling mountains and chasms might be a sign to move faster than slower. You give a smile that doesn't quite reach your eyes. Right, well, thanks again. He walks off, glancing back at you only once. A metal clanking is heard in the distance and grows louder. You see a yak's cart surrounded by 4 varl and an older woman hitting a ladle against a pan. All sorts of things for sale, she says, but her eyes go wide when she looks at you. It's you! Special deals when it comes to you. How do you know me? Word travels fast, she says. Think you can slay asunder and keep it secret? She clicks her tongue and shakes her head. Madir knows of you, sure enough. Why are you out here selling things? Madir sells things to those traveling, she says. It's what she does. Used to be as generous as Asalai, Madir was, but that don't buy more supplies. Let me see what you have. Of course, Madir says, but make up your mind. Madir will be gone as quick as she arrived, and don't get any ideas of sneaking off with things. These 4 varl have the keenest eyes, the sharpest blades, and the shortest tempers. You feel the varl watching your every move. Okay. Wow, look at these. Level 20, level 18? Shit, we're like 6 tops. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at it wrong. But still, 10. This is the renown you need to buy it. But still, level 10, level 8, level 9. Still quite a bit higher than we are. We've only got 8 renown. We can't afford any of these. I guess we'll buy some food. Just in case. I wish I could buy some of these. These look good. Yox nuts. From the Yox breeding grounds and not mutt. Yox nuts carry weight and clout. Alright, moving on. Easy, boy! A clansman shouts as a Yox cart nearly topples to one side. The tamped path of the Eastway Road has steadily turned into a cracked shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape like open mouths. You glance back to Ivan, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt. We'll be eating our belts before finding a way across this broken road. Especially with this many. And there's no telling... excuse me. And there's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south across the Ormsa riverbed. We can head towards Grundar and on west. Trygvi peers around Hakon's elbow before coming fully into view. Heading south is questionable. Those people. Why do you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under logs, but there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Skald should hear my rhyme. But what's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living. Old ways. Stick to the mud, and cragsmen are less bothersome. I think he's talking about the boggers. The rough, backward people of Swartzbog. Trygvi frowns at Ivar. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs out his cheeks and stares at Ivar. This is why Varl tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. True. I'm gonna write that down. Sorry. Trygvi hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it is a fair warning. We're crossing over into lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those dredge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we should stop for a few days and train some of these clansmen to fight. You consider your options. We have food now. Let's camp. We'll consider training clansmen later. Calls for camp spread out down the line. Okay, now Ludin wants to talk to us. The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead and twisting the ring on his finger over and over. Ursa quietly stands nearby. Glad to be heading home? Ludin turns to the two of you and offers a polite smile. Even after that chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? Is there anything you actually like? I really want to choose that, but I'm not going to. I thought you hated being so far from Eberron. Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible that I've learned a few things about leading people while out here. You, Ivor, and Ursa are stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. But that's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen the differences. I think I understand them a bit more. Oh, I don't want to be this. This sounds so fake. Oh yeah? What exactly do you understand? It seems they know just as little about the things I know as I do about the things they know. Wait, hold on. It seems they know just as little about the things I know as I do about the things they know. Oh, I see. So he knows things they don't, and they know things he doesn't. I get it. You can learn from each other, basically. For instance, they know almost nothing about the kingdom's economy, and I know very little about making the things they sell. I know the trade routes, but they know the trade. You've never seen the prince this animated, but then his face falls. I just don't think the king will appreciate my knowledge. Ursa will agree. My father is not what you call open-minded. The king is a hard man. Has to be. But his son is his weakness. Ludin glares at her, but the archer only smirks. Can you tell me about King Meinolf? I suppose, but there's not much to him. He's king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is much like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly like that. Alette said that about me at times. This isn't about being his son. You'll see. Kings usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe someday you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating with peasant, commoners. What would you like to be called? We're all people, Prince. Even you. Perhaps you're right. Just keep an open mind about your father, the way you'd like him to have toward your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Ludin and Ursa walk away, you feel Ivor watching you. What? Do you believe half the nonsense you say? I think I sounded really wise just then. It sounded like you've been practicing it for a while. I think, so is Ivor just saying that Rook has had that line in his head for a while and he just wanted an excuse to use it? That's fair. I'll work on it. The two of you share a smile before moving on. That's kind of funny. Alright, so we got an equal amount of... We got a lot of clansmen and few fighters. So we're gonna go ahead and train some of our fighters up. The trainer looks past you at some boys and girls. Oh, this is the same one from before. We need the protection. Let's go up to 100. Let's go up to 50. Sure, start training. 100 seems like a commitment I'm not willing to make yet. We have no renown and everybody needs levels. That's usually how this game works, as I recall. A scout runs up to you. There's a woman tied to a tree up ahead. Got 4 guards watching her. The strange news draws a good deal of attention from the caravan. The bound woman is ranting and spitting at the 4 guards when you arrive and ask, "What's going on here?" "This here's a witch," one guard says, "plaguing our clan, making everyone really sick. But we caught her and brought her way out here." The others nod. "She's to be tied here for 5 days without food or water, then cut loose. Been 3 days so far." "But she'll die on her own after that long with nothing to eat or drink," you say. "That's not on us," the guard responds. "But if you want to set her free, we'd be bigger fools than you to get in your way." You consider what to do. We haven't really seen any, like, actual witches, and... How do you know she's a witch? Everyone looks at the woman, who is grinning a toothless grin. She scratches at the tree bark and calls out the dead gods one by one. "If that's not enough," the guard says, "she was seen squeezing mistletoe berries into water troughs. Think I heard that makes you sick." The other gods bowed their heads in agreement. Well, that's kind of slim evidence. Ursa, any thoughts? Ursa smiles quietly and saunters toward the tied woman. She says a few quiet words to the prisoner and looks her over before returning. "My suggestion," she says, "burn her in the tree to the ground." Oh, I'm not going to kill her. God damn it. Everybody's going to get sick. Do I want her to come with us? Everybody else has been coming with us. The pragmatic approach is to let her go and everybody goes their own way. But I feel like Rook would invite her to come along. The guard looks shocked. "We're not getting near her," he says, and the 4 of them run off in different directions. You cut the woman free and she slumps to the ground, weak. A few others help you get her into a cart and give her some water. She smiles at you once before falling asleep. This is going to come back to bite me, isn't it? Oh, rain? Once you cross the Ormsa riverbed, the wind ceases to cut through the humid air. The darkening sky lets loose its rain, and soon fat drops of water turn the dirt paths to sucking mud, slowing the caravan. Cloaks are pulled overhead, and children and animals are wrangled near the carts. I hate rain, guys. This must be the worst to travel in. I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years, Prince Ludin says. At least the others have had the sense to abandon this cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are very few signs of life around you, yet you still feel like you're being watched. The lowing of the usually quiet yaks indicates the beast's difficulty pulling the carts. You're up to your knees in it when a scout comes to you. Found some stone markers that led us to a path... Found some stone markers that led us to a few paths of solid ground over there, he points, while shouting over the yaks. Uneven and bumpy, but easier than this. This sounds suspicious as fuck, guys. Stone markers. Yeah, the man says. Don't look natural. Don't look like much of anything else either. Just some stones marking a path through the place is all I can figure. You would ask Trigby, but he's nowhere around. Probably out gathering mushrooms. More trouble than it's worth? Or let's lead the way? Goddamn. I feel like if I go there, I think it's telling me that there's something wrong that way. We'll push on. The man looks surprised, but shrugs it off. The rain continues, and the caravan struggles to keep moving. Someone's son is missing, Ivor says, motioning to a crowd shouting a boy's name. A man with bleary eyes looks at you and says, "He's my only son. He treats his white goat like his best friend. It must have wandered off and he's out there looking for it." The man looks across the reedy bog. "I've got to find my boy." Wait here, Ivor. Oh, sorry, wait here. Ivor and I will find him. I'll remember to send someone else to you with bad news from now on, Ivor says as the two of you slop through the mud. After a way, you see the boy in the distance. He's pulling on a rope leash around the goat's neck. The goat is up to its shoulders in mud. "Come on, boy, what's wrong?" You hear the child ask. Sorry. "Come on, boy, what's wrong?" You hear the child ask the goat. "You're sinking. Come on, you have to try. You cannot move any faster to help, and soon only the... Sorry. You cannot move any faster to help, and soon only the goat's head is visible. The boy shouts again. "You're my friend, you stupid goat! You're going to die!" Tears roll down the boy's face as he sinks up to his neck in the mud. Uh-oh. You are ahead of Ivor, but already waist deep and a few yards away. Ivor is up to his knees. Ivor, can you reach him? Just before the goat and boy vanish beneath the surface, Ivor leaps towards the two, creating a huge wave of mud that splashes you. When you clear your face enough to see again, Ivor is there with the goat under his arm and the boy clinging to the giant's neck. The child thanks Ivor many times on his way back to the caravan, calling him a luckvarl. Ivor spits mud and curses. Whew. That almost could have ended poorly. The clansmen and Varl follow you through the worst rain and mud you've experienced. An unfortunate break in slogging through the muck comes from a woman shouting, "Get away from there! Who are you?" A couple of cragsmen, locals in rough-spun clothing that almost blends into the bog, jump back from a supply cart and brandish weapons. The roar of bears and other cragsmen come from around you. Oh, we're gonna fight? We're gonna fight. Alright. Let's get knit in for Oddleaf. Trigvi. Gunnulf. And Hogan. Yeah, let's go with that. Nobody's level 6 to wear that. We do have some level 5s, but they're already equipped. We've got a level 4 plus 3 to break. We'll give that to Gunnulf. Oh, Gunnulf is 3. Sorry, numbers are hard. The only one who can wear it is Hogan, actually. And that's basically it. Okay, moving on. Okay. This is Rook, huh? Six, 7, 8. Let's do some big dude on bear action here. Didn't quite see where that went, honestly. What does this do? Fire arrows at a greater range with 100% chance to hit. Oh, okay. So you can shoot farther, but... sucks. Also sucks. Five, six, seven. Yep. Wait, hold up. Oh, he got both of them in one. That's kind of nice. All right. So where's the bow, people?
Baldringer's flame welcomes endless war. But why?
We do kind of need to rest. The blonde axeman, one of the two twins from a small village near Skoger, is chopping into a fallen tree for no apparent reason. His swings look dangerous. Oh, his brother went to the other guy, so one of the twins is here, the other twin is with the brother. Or with the mercenaries. Hogan? Everything okay? He glares at you. Where's your brother, Mogan? He left with the ravens, wondering if I should have done the same. Why is that? I've been following your lead for a long time now, and for what? My brother is gone, my wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. I tell them this constant fighting is only for a time, but it's changing me. I see it in their eyes, in my own reflection. I thought I was doing it to protect them, but if they think I'm a monster, what's the point? They'll appreciate what you're doing someday? I don't want to tell them to hang up your shield and axe. This is too callous. I would not say that. They'll appreciate what you're doing someday. I don't know. My wife said she needs a man who will hold her more than his axe. I think she might leave me. I mean, also not wrong. I'm not really sure where she'd go, but that's none of my business. Just tell me this caravan would fall apart without me fighting in the shield wall, and I'll stay armed. Be with your family. Hogan sighs with relief and nods. Okay, so it sounds like Hogan really wanted to be with his family after all. I'll still be around, but I'll be busy playing with my kids. You're a good man, Rook. I guess he's no longer going to be in our party now, huh? I guess that's fine too, right? So what are we doing looking at injury-wise? Just one day? We can spare a day. Alright, let's go ahead and head out. Oh, there was like literally just right here. That's okay. I really like these Godstone screens. Even now, the petrified flames ward off our Varl friends. Oh, they're like vines? Is it like something I can click? It is. Placed upside down in the ground, the petrified roots of a giant tree reach toward the sky. All the Varl, including Ivar and Hakon, have separated from the caravan temporarily, giving Baldringer's Godstone a wide berth. The giant's presence is as you continue to feel watched. Aleo, what do you know about Baldringer? Not much, but enough, the Skald says. These flames symbolize Baldringer's love of fire and water and war, the first being a means to the second. When the Varl were dominating humans in the first great conflict, it was Baldringer who gave the losing side fire to combat the giants. You hold up your hand to halt the storyteller, listening through the rain for anything that might be following you. Hearing nothing, Aleo resumes, holding the gaze of his audience. Humans praised Baldringer for the gift of fire, but the god only desired more war. He points towards the distant shapes of the Varl. When the giants and humans found peace, this godstone fell from grace. It looks to continue keeping the land scorched. Perhaps its shadow can still kill. I mean, the morbid curiosity side of me says to step into the shadow, right? Against Aleo's wishes, you walk directly into the shadow of the godstone's gnarled roots. Many clansmen gasp, not caring for your disregard. The gods are dead, you remind them. An arrow suddenly sinks into the ground near you. We're under attack, shouts Aleo. Shields come up and fighters join you as you charge the enemy cloaked in the storm. Okay, well. We're doing this without Varl too, which is fine. Let's get Ludin. What is Aleo's? He's the bard. Ursa I hate. Let's get Ivan, I guess. And Oddleaf? We've got a lot of archers in here though. Rank 3 poet. What is a poet gonna do? Can I see what he does? His words buff an ally for 1 round, adding 1 damage for every 2 strength the enemy is above the target ally. Oh. I mean, let's just see what he can do, right? We're already pretty archer heavy, although I will switch out Nid for Oddleaf. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, just a sec, guys. I want to step away really quickly before we get started. Okay, sorry, I had to close my door. Alright, we got what? Bears and people? People and bears? Lions and peoples and bears, oh my. Let's group up a bit here. 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 Actually, here. There we were, surrounded by mudmen. It does kind of make for a good song. Does he... 4, 5, 8, 4, 13. Let's go here. 5, 6, 7. You do have a brilliant plan, right? Someone? Anyone? I mean, my brilliant plan is to hopefully win and not die, right? This is Ludin? It is. Not a fan of these bears, for sure. I don't want to do that because he's standing right next to somebody. Same with him. Absorb? Oh, because of the armor, maybe? It did damage to the armor, at least. Let's take out this bear, hopefully. 10, 11, 12... Oh. Oh, sucker. You wanna not do that? Oops, not that. This arc lightning here. Should hit both of these? Nope. Let's finish this dude off, hopefully. Bear. I mean, not get rid of the bear. Okay. Fucking hell. Kinda messy, but we made it. It's always the archers. Okay. Having killed or run off the cragsmen, you return to the remaining clansmen at the Godstone. Grabbing your belongings, your foot hits something in the mud. You reach down and find a small skull with a yellow ribbon through the eyes. You toss it in the bag without another thought. Hey, we got an item. Alright. The rain finally ceases, but the wind picks up. You squint into the gusts and have a clear view of the vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem to be much out there, Ivor says. His tone conveys wonder and concern in equal measure. Grundar's coming up. The ground shakes again, enough to cause the yaks to strain at their leads and panic. Out here in the plains with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around, and no mountains, Hakon says in a wry tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him.
Grundar almost looks forgotten by the rest of the world. Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
In a field just outside of Grundar, the caravan spots several creatures you assume are myth. I don't believe it. Are those? 2 horseborn hold simple bronze weapons and stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. Me too? The 2 of you advance 100 yards, showing every sign of respect and peace. A number of clansmen push closer too. The male horseborn stomps a hoof repeatedly. The female, tail whipping, brandishes a javelin. Oh wow, they're like centaurs. I dig that. The tattoos though. Damn, the caravan is scaring them. Everyone move back? Your sudden shout spooks the female horseborn. She throws a javelin which pins the ground near your feet. Oh crap. Several archers fire, but their shots are wide. Oh crap. Hold! No more arrows! The male says something in what sounds like a long stream of consonants. The female lowers her second javelin. We just want to help. The male's tail swishes. You help? His voice sounds strained and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Yes, help. Oddleaf steps aside as you wave to Ivan for help. The female looks agitated. She speaks in their strange way. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Oh shit, I can't pronounce that. Help! Roek! And the others. I'll try. This is certainly a first. The standing horseborn step aside, allowing Ivan to approach the wounded fighters. With Ivan and Juno tending to the wounded Roek and the other horseborn, the caravan settles down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. Quite a few clansmen go over the hill to enjoy the sights and sounds, but soon return looking disappointed. They call us outsiders, a woman says. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvesting festival, but the merchants don't seem to mind trading. The clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the horseborn, some in awe, others in disgust. Okay. Well, I guess let's go talk to him, huh? Thank. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Scathawk's thanking you for helping his friend, Roek. Sorry. Scathawk. Scathatch is thanking you for helping his friend, Roek. Derdruz is the other one, but she's not in a talking with a Varl and humans mood. You're welcome. I'd like you to meet Hakon. Scathatch's tail swats his flanks, and he bows his head towards Hakon. Varl. Mans. Same herd? No, but we're no longer enemies. I haven't seen the horseborn in centuries. Last they knew, humans and Varl were at each other's throats. What brings you so far north? Scathatch looks confused by the question, so Ubin shows him the map, pointing to Delaland and Grundar. Food. Our planes break. Hakon snorts. Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses, Scrivener? His ancestors did, yes. But blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years before they were alive? You may as well accuse these humans around us of starting the Great Wars. What happened to Roek? Roek, brave fighter. Protect food. Hit many times. Hit? Who was attacking? Scathatch says many things in his other language. Oh, I'm not even gonna try that one, guys. Trigacanthe? I'm missing all these accents. I'm not really sure how to pronounce them as much. Trigacanthe? Canthe? It's the same accent. No, they're opposite. We're going to go with Trigacanthe. If anybody in chat knows how to pronounce that properly, let me know and I'll give it a shot. His eyes go wide and he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin. I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend. Was it the people here? Here in Grundar? Scathatch looks where Hacken is pointing. He shakes his head and points west again. The Varl King eyes Scathatch suspiciously. How do you know our language? Scathatch just stares at you. You talk like us. Where did you learn? Heard little trade with mans in mud. I think he means our bog friends, the cragsmen. Have you found the food you were seeking? Enough for time, my guess. 2 others take to herd in south. His hooves scuff the ground during certain words. Just these 2? What about you and the couple? Scathatch, Roek, Durdru, stay. This herd help. We help this herd. That might not be wise. Scathatch speaks quickly in his foreign language and kicks his back legs out once. Not that I'm a translator, but I'm guessing they're honor-bound to return the favor. I think you're stuck with them. Hacken looks at you and shrugs. No getting around demands of honor. One 0702. Okay. Let's check the market. Wait, how many days do we have? 15? We'll get like 3 more. Confirm. We need to start leveling people up. Trigby? Takes 7. Luden takes 9. I think the choice here is probably Luden. We might be stuck without the Varl for a while. Plus, we don't get to use these higher level items unless we actually level up our characters. Alright. So that was it? Okay. Rest, we got our injuries all healed. We went to the market, we did the... Okay, leave. Now that Roex had a chance to heal, 2 of the Horseborn are heading south to deliver some supplies to their people. What crazy ideas in your head, Scrivener? With the world falling apart around us, there may not be another chance to trek south. Oh, he wants to leave? Not Ubin. I like Ubin. Listen to yourself. The world is breaking. I don't expect a human to understand, but a Varl as old as me has more important goals than just staying alive. What about that competition you Varl have for who lives the longest? I've always understood the rules to mean you're actually doing something, not holing up somewhere safe. Besides, my guess is Snorri didn't make it out of Grofheim when the Sunder attacked. I might already be the winner. Then it doesn't sound like I can change your mind. There's not a rock in the land as hard-headed as me, so don't waste your breath. You taking your hired muscle with you? Whoop, boop, whoop, boop. Sorry, I get a kick out of the sliding camera sometimes. I'd feel better if Gunnulf stayed with all of you. That blade of his is sure to attract the wrong kind of attention. Wrong attention might find you anyway. Then who will protect you? I am old, not an idiot. I've learned a few tricks to keep my head on my shoulders. The younger Varl shrugs and walks off to find food. Then be safe, Upin, and join us again if you can. You know where we're going. Don't worry about me. Just make sure you're alive to see this thing through to Aberrang. Farewell. Man, I liked Ubin. Scrivener says a few more goodbyes before departing with the horseborn. Well, that's sad. The governor catches up to you and asks for a moment of your time. His bodyguard is beside him, silent. There's something to be said for you getting us across that chasm and through that bog. Is that a compliment? You just haven't gotten as many people killed as I expected. You give the governor a half smile. You'll still fail, and I'll be there to push your face in the dung. Is there something you wanted exactly here? I want to see these people safely to Arboran. Get us across these barren plains, and I might be impressed. He turns to leave, but stops. Oh, and try not to pick up any more strays on the way, okay? Rugga sneers in the direction of the horseborn before walking away. Man, that guy's just a... Ugh, he's an asshole. You saved me! A woman shouts from somewhere among the clansmen. You saved me when the others would have let me die! You recognize the woman as the witch you cut free from the tree. White leaves will blow once more across the plains and punish those who stood in our way. You step toward her, calming the gathering crowd. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but no one is standing in your way if you wish to leave. When the woman sees you, she smiles. What a handsome man, she says, reaching crooked fingers towards your face, but stopping before she touches you. My people have hidden food in the next copse of trees. Take it, in good health. Without another word, she walks off into the countryside, alone. Okay. 25 days of supplies, we'll take it. Is it gonna poison us or something? Ahead, the caravan comes to an immediate halt. That's the second feigned shoe this bloody beast has thrown in a day, the Yak's tender curses. It will take some time to see the Yaks, so you call for camp. Okay. While most of the clansmen sleep or lose themselves in drink, Juno requests a moment to speak with you alone. You are holding things together remarkably well. This is a lady who may or may not be Juno. The other point of view said that Juno was already dead, so this may either not be Juno and be an imposter, or it could be Juno back from the dead. We're not sure which yet. You sound surprised. When I first looked in your mind at Borsgard, I knew you would do anything to return to Alette. Her death. Some of the greatest people in our history have gone mad at the loss of loved ones. You say nothing, but continue to look at the Valka. You're not insane, Rook. You're experiencing tremendous grief and still managing to leave this caravan. That is something to be proud of. Juno patiently awaits your reply. What is your part in all of this? Yeah, I'm kind of curious too. The Valka grows silent, looking down for a long moment before answering. My role has many names. Instigator, Catalyst, Mistake. But you and I are both fledglings in what is required of us. Sorry, let me repeat that. But you and I are both fledglings in what is required of us, what we must do. You didn't actually answer me. Because I honestly don't know how. Only the future will tell me if my role is the villain or the hero. Why is the caravan important? This journey is forging them into what the future will require. The era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. Arborang may be the best shelter for the coming storm, but the people there are soft, too dependent on a society that will no longer exist. Because of the dredge? Partially, but mostly because of a coming darkness that is pushing the dredge. You've mentioned this darkness, but I don't see it. You've seen the signs of its coming. Dredge in numbers. The land is breaking apart. It is a force unlike any other. I wish I could say more, but even the Mender Council is ignorant to this. Anyone here could do what I'm doing. Juno's smile is one of sadness and harsh realities. Not anyone, but yes, possibly others. It's why I have been watching you. If you no longer seemed worthy, you would be replaced. You act like I have no say in the matter. Quite the contrary. Your every decision is your say in the matter. You keep all of these people alive as best you can, as if they were all from your own clan. That is rare and needed. Thank you. I should get back to checking on the others. Before you go, there is one thing I must address with you. The serpent. I thought you needed some books in Manarhar before knowing anything about it. That is true, but the chasm at Ormsdollar and the tremors in the ground concern me. Yeah, me too. Should that incredible creature ever resurface, do not attempt to stop it. It would take power unseen in ages to affect the serpent. If you see it, run. Her words chill you as you find yourself nodding to her command. That sounds ominous, like we're going to confront it at some point. Alright guys, I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, do we have anybody injured? I can't even remember anymore. I was away for like 2 seconds. Nobody's injured. We have no renown to level anybody up, so let's just go ahead and go on. Scouts report subtle movements around you. We're being followed. Studied, maybe, she says. Can't tell how many. It's like they disappear if you look directly at them. Let's grab some fighters to join me in a patrol. You decide to take the offensive and gather some fighters. As the caravan continues forward, your small group makes several laps, checking rock outcroppings and clumps of trees. While you find nothing, you cannot shake the feeling the scout is right. Lundar. You notice the archer did because she is standing perfectly still, looking out into the distance. Let me guess, you see more grass. When she turns to you, she's not smiling. Dredge, she says quietly. How is that possible, you ask, knowing better than to doubt her sight. I thought we lost them at the chasm. You can make out a dust cloud on the horizon, which means they can make out the one produced by the caravan, and it's heading the same direction as you, toward Lundar. The Volca walks to your side and says, I was afraid of this. The cracks in the ground along the Eastway Road. It's like that damn crevice at Sigurholm all over, Hakon says. The dredge were just pouring out of it. Does that mean they could... Juno finishes your question. Appear almost anywhere? Yes, but let's not panic the caravan. Just keep moving. That is kind of a terrifying idea.
Lundar, the Archer's Haven, home to the finest Fletchers in the world, though it appears beset with war.
Horseborn! Why are they attacking? Looks like the dredge are hitting the town, too. Sow's sweat, this is bad, Hakon says. Lundar's fighting on two fronts and barely holding it together. Hakon's been warring... Excuse me. Hakon's been warring long before you were ever born. His worried look is unsettling. I'd always heard the Horseborn had trouble with walls since they usually fight... Sorry. I always heard the Horseborn had trouble with walls since they usually fight in open fields, he says. Ubin's the only one old enough to actually know, but it doesn't really matter because those walls will barely slow the dredge. And if those dredge flatten this town, we're defenseless out on the plains, Ivar says. But what are the Horseborn after? All eyes turn to Roic, Deirdre, and Skathatch. The three Horseborn in your caravan are pointing and talking excitedly in their own language. Deirdre nods towards Roic, tossing her head and baring her teeth. You are surprised by the look of savage fury on their faces as the couple takes off without warning, charging the attacking Horseborn. While Skathatch remains behind, he clearly wants to join them, but he awaits your decision. They could die on their own, Oddleif shouts, not hesitating to follow Roic and Deirdre. Ivar sighs. She's lost her mind over these new members of the clan. Might lose her life for it, too. He looks at you. We could fight the dredge or Horseborn. Or split up and fight both if you're feeling suicidal. If we're splitting up, my Varl are hitting the dredge, Hakon says. We're good at that. Ingvar can do what he wants. He always has. You consider your options. Oh man, this feels like one of those choices, huh? I guess we can ask Skathatch why they took off like that first. Skathatch bites his lip and flips his mane left and right. Return fight? He is either nervous and hiding something, or cannot find the right words. Hakon spits. We don't have time to figure out his stomps and tail whipping. Okay. We don't want anything bad to happen to Oddleif. That's Rook's main squeeze here. I suppose we could try splitting up, right? Let's split up. I'm gonna commit to it. We're gonna split up. The governor steps forward. We're dividing our forces? Are you really that foolish? I don't like this governor. I don't care if he doesn't like this. I've made my decision. The Varl follow Hakon through a breach in the town's walls, while the rest of your fighters and clansmen follow you into the fields. It looks like the force you trained is roughly the size of the enemy's. This could go either way, but a victory here will protect most of your clansmen. Oddleif is hemmed in near two Horseborn you assume are Roic and Deirdre, but the kicked-up dust cloud blurs your sight. We can drive a wedge straight for her, Ivar says, but those Horseborn are fast. If they flank us, we'll take heavy losses. We have to save Oddleif. I will not accept otherwise. The governor says, You'd risk us all for that woman and those two mindless beasts. Fuck you, governor. We're saving our clansmen. Ivar shouts for a wedge formation, and everyone charges towards Oddleif and the two Horseborn. Okay. Shh. Cleo's in my lap right now. So if you hear cat chirping and me making noises, that's her. So I want Rook in here. For sure. So get a Leo out, get Rook. Ivan is a liability and kind of weak. Ivar's with us. Let's bring Ivar with us. I almost want to bring Skathatch instead of Ludin, just to make this the RP way. I feel like Skathatch would want to help out his friends. If we're doing this RP, we gotta go all in on it, right? We could take Oddleif out and switch it for... Oh, never mind. Guess we can't. let's give this a scat hatch. Scat hatch would want to help his friends, so we're gonna do this like RP wise. I don't have a high enough level for 6s or 7s. And that's about it. Luden. God, I wish... We're gonna go with it. We're gonna roll with this. Okay. Get Oddleaf back here with the rest of us, though. Oop. Ready. You know, for horseborn, they sure don't go very far. Just saying. I say thee nay. They come and mule kick you in the face. Oh wow, okay. Oops, I wanted to switch, but that's okay. Let's get him ahead. Hopefully he'll try to draw some of the attention here. Hell yeah! Look at that shit. Oh, and he can go again. Okay, let's go here. That dude's got some sick mohawk spikes going on. Poor Ivor here can't keep up with the horses. Okay, let's go. This is one of ours. Let's go here. We don't really need poison. If this were a longer fight, I'd go for it, but I don't... They make horrible noises, don't they? Yeah. Let's go back. None. Neither. Alright, Ivor, get up there. More are coming! Keep them away from the town! Oh shit, we are getting more. That wasn't really what any of us wanted to see, I'm sure. You're doing fine. Let's just have you go ahead. Draw some attention over here. 3... 2... Let's go forward. Off this dude. If we defeat enough, the rest will retreat. Alright, that's good to know because we're getting overwhelmed really quickly here. Okay, let's get this guy in here. Can he get more? He can, good. Alright. Let's pull him this way. Let Ivor tank if possible. Come on, retreat, they said. One, there's a 3 here. Let's go here. Can he get more? Oh, duh, right here. No. Doesn't help when they get stunned either. Alright, we're gonna have some wounds after this. One. Anybody else wounded? This guy is. Alright, oddly. Back up. If you stay right here. Oh, well, she can't finish it off, but. Ugh, come on. Oh, could I not? Thought I could. Alright then. Up here, I guess. I was kind of hoping maybe I had to be diagonal from it, actually. Their spears are weird. I apparently need to be diagonal and not head on. Face off. Don't come back. At least the VAR will make for a convenient roadblock for these guys, right? They have to actually go all the way around them to get back to our people. Alright. They're not hard necessarily, but they are kind of annoying. Alright, you're going down. Sugar, you're going down swinging. Okay. Come back this way to rejoin the group. More? Seriously? We're running out of people really quickly here. We are in a pickle here. Unless this ends soon. So I was looking at... Oh, fuck. Oh, well. Well, this is... I'm gonna have to redo this one, guys. If it lets us. Stupid governor. I can't even get... whatever. Right? Whatever. Alright, that was game over, yeah? Or were we supposed to lose? Hooves kick and stomp you on the ground. Horseboard victory chants are the last sounds you hear. Lundar, your caravan, the world, all casualties of this failure. Wow. That's harsh. I don't consider that a failure, just a mistake. Alright, how do I progress then? Alright. Hello? I mean, yeah, I know the game, the world ended because I died here, but do I not get a chance to fix things? Nuh-uh. 1305. Really? Really? Fine. Back to here, I suppose. Alright, so we read all of this already. Blah, blah, blah. There's fighting going on. Let's stop the Horseborn and deal with the dredge later. Though the Horseborn are much faster, you and the others follow Roek and Durdru against this unfamiliar foe. I figure this is since the splitting of forces didn't work out right before, we should stick together. And I think we should do the Horseborn first, so Oddleaf doesn't die. Same as before. Same as before. We have to save oddly from the others. We're saving our clansmen. That hasn't changed. This time, though, we have... Out. We have more Varl at our command. Stronger Varl. We'll keep Scat Hatch out. As much as I thought he would be a good addition, he is not a good addition. I wish I could kick Oddleaf out, but I can't. These three are required. So 12, 18, 16, 14. Yeah, these two are better than Ira right now. And can't even promote anybody. He's got an item already. They all three do. We'll give Roic an item. Hopefully he doesn't run off with it. And that's basically all we can do. Alright. Let's try this again with some stronger people. Hopefully. Don't use up willpower yet. This feels like a mistake, but we're gonna do it anyway. I guess maybe we'll... Get these guys up there. Use her to break armor for people. Who's this? Oh, it's him. More are coming! Keep them away from the town! Alright, we're in better position than we were last time, I think. Maybe. Just wait here. Varl are both a blessing and a curse because they're so large, it's very difficult to maneuver them around the battlefield. Alright. Is this all melee? It is. go bring him over here. Wait. We should have moved him further apart so we could squeeze him through here. Let's bring this guy up here. Alright. Eight, 9. Can we get a third one or no? Nope. Max at 9. Let's get him over here. I'll do this guy back here. Outlift can get a kill. He can get this guy up there. This dude's probably gonna get injured, but that's okay. We need the extra bodies right now. Anybody? Be the last of them. Alright, we can do this, guys. Oh, wait, these two? No, I was hoping these guys are the last of it. Alright, whatever. We can still do this, hopefully. 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 out well. Okay, come on, Rook. We need to do things. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we can only get you to 7. Come on, Oddleaf, get it through. Damn it. Okay. We just got 2 more. Both of them are at full health, though. Oh, come on, really? Can we hit that guy? No, we can't. Hacken's going down here, probably. Yep, there goes Hacken. Looks like Rook is gonna win it for us here. Don't deflect. Thank God. Alright. Wasn't a very clean kill. But we won, right? Okay. We got some levels that we can't really spend. All these injuries. $27 though, that's some levels. Just as quick as they tried to flank you, the remaining horseborn scatter. Oddleaf looks at you and smiles. You didn't have to come for us, but I'm glad you did. Roak and Deirdre look excited, but you could be misreading them. The town! The Varl King's voice rattles you. The dredge are destroying it! Everyone who can manage getting to their feet rushes into Lundar. You look at all the destruction around you, the loss of life, and try to find some meaning to it. So it was either or choice. I bet if we had decided to defend the town, Oddleaf would have died, and I couldn't countenance that. Sorry. Even before your breathing slows, an older townsman runs up shouting, Those dark spawns of the depths are destroying everything. He almost stumbles in front of you. They ruined the homes and the market. The Great Hall is the only thing still standing, full of the decision makers and those with money. He spits. Let it fall like the rest for all I care. Just take the rest of us with you. We'll save who we can, you tell the man. To the Great Hall. Great. We're gonna fight again? Yeah, we do. Alright. Swap out the injured people and see who we have left. Let's get Ivor back in. These are going to be dredge, I think. So we want kind of our heavy hitters. Ludin, I guess? I'm going to keep the horseboard out of it. They're kind of weak. Oh, excuse me. Can I level people up now? Alright. So we can give him a second ability now. Only that one, though. Well, he got a level at least. Minus... Now we give him this. Robust gives you a crit chance. I think we want this. Okay. Confirm. We still have 15 renown left. Gunolf probably. Alright. Looks good to me. Let's go. It's a lot of dredge. Oh, we got. Whoops, Deirdre's still here. Whoopsies. Oh well, we'll make do. We will make do. Even with our guards, something, something, something. Didn't quite read all that. Rook, get in there and start picking away at him. Yeah, here's fine, probably. This guy. Alright, Ludin, get Ludin in here. Alright. We're gonna move away from that so it doesn't explode on him. Oh, there was one here too I didn't see. This one's a lot easier than the horseborn one. Just saying. What you did here, the old man says, but his voice cracks. He stares hard at you. Good people died in those houses, and our food was looted while the well-to-do hid with fighters in that great hall. And that's who you saved! The man spits. Take them! Take those bastards with you when you go, or we'll string them up. Roek, Deirdre, and Scathatch suddenly catch the man's attention, and he sneers. Did these three belong to you? I reckon the people around here would pay good coin to see them gutted. Oddleaf looks flushed. Belong to... No. And no one is gutting anyone. They just happened to help save your town. Well, my dog bit one of those attackers too, but I don't let it in my shop. Keep those pets on short leashes. It is all you can do to keep Oddleaf from arguing with the man. She storms off, muttering things best not repeated. Ivor and Hakon find you. Both look as tired as you feel. I'm not sure how so many of us made it through that. I never expected to see horseborn in my life, let alone fight them. And the dredge seemed desperate. Fighting like us, you mean? Like they've got nothing left to lose. I wasn't worried. With the great Ingvar on our side, how could we fail? Ivor looks at you and grumbles. Face it, Ivor, you're a legend. Oh, and what are you? See how you enjoy it when you get to Arboron. Let me know how you feel when others act like idiots just to be near you, Sunder Slayer. You won't be able to relieve yourself without it being an act of the gods. I've always considered that a rather holy moment myself. Oh, poo jokes. I like that. 7... Hakon laughs. It's good to know you haven't lost your sense of humor. Well, I doubt anyone in the capital even knows what happened in Borsgard. Juno walks up to your group unexpectedly. Word has a way of traveling faster than any of us. Don't be surprised if the capital knows you're coming. Which reminds me, we should be figuring out what we're doing next. I agree. Unfortunately, all this fighting took a serious toll on the caravan. Lundar, or what's left of it, is defensible and will allow everyone some greatly needed rest. I won't argue with the Volca on that front. And I'm in no hurry to enter the old wood. I've heard strange things about that place. I'm sure it will be fine. You watch the Volca as everyone moves on. She looks less confident than you've ever seen her before. Okay, we're going back to the mercenaries now, it looks like. I think we're holed up in Bindal right now. Right into a fight? Straight to the feigned depths of this unending snowstorm. Wait, did you hear that? Probably that paunch of yours rumbling again. Ambush! Right into a fight. That's not cool. Call the weak killing bow grants that we don't have a killing bow yet. We'll start heading this way. I guess this guy, of course. Let's go this way. God, he's powerful. Oh, he vanished in the snowstorm? That's unnerving. Oh, whoops. I meant to do the range thing, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, she can't attack that way. Ow. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's cool. He like buffs him if you kill something adjacent to him. Care about initiative, really. Well, it's nice of him to move up, really. How far can your axe thing reach? Not quite far enough yet. The only one it can reach is this guy here. Come on. Aw. Man, he's just like buffing everybody. Oh, excuse me. Alright, she's barely hanging in there. I think she's gonna get injured this fight, but that's okay. At least go down swinging, right? Oh, come on, really? There we go. You grab a raven running by you. I want every one of our fighters ready to move. Now! Set a post inside these gates for them to wait for me. The fighter nods and takes off to find everyone. Where's that Fane Volka? Maybe up on the wall? The Fane Volka is here. Volka, Zephyr! I never heard you speak like that. The silent appearance of the two menders surprises you. You were outside the walls. What did you see? Dredge scouts. I'll wager my axes there's an army of them coming this way. The young mender's eyes go wide as he stares at Claw and Fang. And if that's true, they'll level this place. The storm must have hidden their approach. Or kept them at bay. But why are they here? Why now? I don't care. We're heading for the mountains. But the ravens could take on all these dredge, especially with Volka's help. Like that time in River Rake, when you helped Volka Vjorin. I'd forgotten about that. Nickel's eyes light up. It was you, Fjorin, and a handful of ravens tracking down the bandit who called himself the Draugr of Dengler. The river... A war horn blares across the town. The army of dredge you suspected is real. Nichols, find Gunmer. Have his guards try to calm the people, but bring him to meet us at the barn with the cart. The young mender follows orders without question. Not a bad quality. The cart's not your business. I disagree. A dead Volca gives you a cart to hide in the deepest recesses of a river, and suddenly an army of dredge appears? If you haven't already tried, I doubt you'll be able to open the cart. If it's woven shut as I suspect, I'm the only one here who can open it. We told you, Juno's not dead. We were just traveling with her. Let me tell you something that compromises my position as Volca. The Juno who I knew, who the entire council knew, was put to death by us, the council. You killed one of your own? It's a very rare sentence reserved only for the worst offenses. Altering people's minds, their thoughts, is one such offense. So Juno is dead? I guess maybe we could be traveling with Juno too, right? Like a daughter or something. Volca gets quiet and looks at you. She tried something on me. It didn't really work. Because it wasn't Juno. It couldn't be. Could it? Whoever it was got mercenaries to bring that cart here for free. Subtle. Regardless, Juno was put to death, and Ivan was imprisoned. In his grief, he escaped and stole away with Juno's body. But for what purpose is anyone's guess. So no, you will not be paid by the council for a job issued by a Volca whose life we ended. Your irritation is rising when another war horn sounds. 2 horns means a large force approaches. Collect what you need and hurry to the barn. It's time we discover why you're really here. So are we banking that that's still a Sunder inside that box, or is it going to be Juno's body? The last dredge falls and you pause, taking in heavy breaths. The snow is finally abating. The storm is moving south. Let's get inside the gates, you say. Barn is where we need to go. Market. Can we level up our heroes? There's no place to go for our heroes, though. We got plenty of food. We're going to hold on to renown to level up. The smell of hay and yak dung is heavy as you enter the stout wooden barn. Zephyr and Nichols are talking in hushed tones to the guard captain, Gudmundur, who glances at the large cart nervously. Everyone knows why we're here, she says. I do not believe in coincidences, but I cannot begin to imagine what would draw an army of dredge to Bindle besides the contents of this cart. She moves her spear in intricate motions, occasionally shaking her head and starting over. Finally, she looks at you to open it. All right, guys, here we go. What's inside the box? What's in the box? Ah, I told you it was going to be a bellower. That was my first guess way back in the beginning. The sight of the Sunder bellower's body in the cart silences everyone but you. You howl as the memory of a dream tears through your mind and drops you to a knee. A strange tower of white stone. Lightning. Fear, confusion, distrust. There's a wrongness about it all. Bulwark, hey! Folka's voice draws you from the dream, and she's shaking you by the straps of your cloak. Everyone is watching. Another dream? She asks. Your eyes finally focus on hers. A white stone tower. Lightning. What are you talking about? Zephyr asks, pulling away from the cart. Her tone is full of concern. I saw a tower. Lightning. I don't know what I saw. The Volca pauses briefly before shrugging. This is unexpected, Zephyr says. The Volca looks unaccustomed to surprises. Gudmundur, continue your task. Nichols, take some fighters and open the mine. Keep that path clear at all costs. As both men begin to leave, she points to the cart and shouts, Not a word of this! They nod on their way out. She turns to you and Volca. This cart, I'm not sure why they are attacking, but if the dredge recapture Bellower... He's dead. Who cares if they take him? He cannot die. His immortality is more than rumor. Dredge lives have no natural end, but they can be killed. All except the immortal Sunder Bellower. They live forever? Zephyr nods but looks lost in thought. How do you know all of this? Zephyr sighs. The Vulcan know many things about all life in the world. I cannot go into further detail right now. Further detail? That was no detail at all. There is an army of dredge coming for this cart. I will tell you more when it is safe. The storm to the south and dredge army to the north leaves us the only way out. The mines. Wait, our way out is to sit in a hole in the ground? The Volca have pathways there that will grant us escape, but with all of these people, it will be difficult. We're not leaving the people if we can help it. Why should I trust anything you say? How would lives serve me in this moment? If the situation was not dire, why would I reveal secrets guarded by the Council? She does seem more open than any Volca or Mender you have ever met. If we go with you, what is required? We only have a couple of hours to move food and people to the mine. I'll be at the opening preparing the way. Help load carts near the gates or warn families in the houses of our immediate departure. Without waiting for a response, Zephyr hurries away. You know, we could always take Bellower's cart and make a break into the mountains. The two of you reseal Bellower's cart. Of course, a town in chaos is tempting. Makes you wonder what we might find in the Great Hall. We stick with the Volca for now. Okay, but a couple of hours won't let us do everything. Time to pick our poison. The two of you head to the Raven's Post. We're gonna warn the people, but first let's go to the market. Wait, can we get to our heroes yet? No, we can't. Then we'll just keep our renown. Roughly half the ravens are around to help you wind through the paths between the old leaning houses. To the mines! You shout, banging on doors. Families stumble out of their homes, asking no questions of you, and head to the mines. After a few paths are cleared, Oli whistles to get your attention. Big house over here, he says, grinning. Might be worth checking out. See anything through the windows? Looks empty except for a woman who likes her drink as much as me, he says. She's passed out. Recognizing an excuse to enter and look around, you say, it's our job to save her. Oli laughs and agrees. Odd for a house, you say, noticing the size. You bang on the ornate door as a precaution. Nothing. Entering, you find scattered toys and hand-carved runes on wooden blocks. Slumped in a chair and snoring is a middle-aged woman. Doubt she'll mind, says Oli, walking over and prying a wineskin from her hands. Papa? Oli draws an axe as a small girl peeks around a wall. She's wiping her eyes. What is this? You ask. Ollie tucks away his weapon and looks around the wall. It's like a barn for children, he says. They're all back there sleeping. They'd have missed the mines without us. The chaos at the mine entrance halts your arrival. Bulwark blood axe with a drunk woman over one shoulder and a dozen children in tow, Volca Zephyr says. And they say the gods are dead. The villagers laugh while frantic mothers scoop up their children. The celebrations end when a loud slam on the gates announces the arrival of the dredge. Everyone into the mine, now! Shouts Zephyr. The mine shaft is cramped, and more than once your broken horns knock against the rough ceiling or a timber. You follow Volca Zephyr at the head of the caravan. She is lighting one of the many bracketed torches along the way when shouts from the mouth of the mine reach you. Dredge! The gates in the town did nothing to halt their advance. Gundvander and his men will slow them, Zephyr says, but it may not be enough. They have orders to collapse the opening if they're overwhelmed. Will you keep them from being overwhelmed? I mean, I'm still a do-gooder at heart, right? Ravens, back to the top! Heading up the mine shaft is like swimming against the current. Frightened villagers push forward, and you barely have room to get past the oxen cart. Gundvander, in his grim manner, looks pleased to see you. No real plan, he says. Just kill as many as you can. The ravens around you smile at his words and begin to chant. Okay. Ollie was handy. Who's like his back? Zephyr is a mender, so is Nichols. These are dredge, so we're gonna want the heavy hitters, I think. Let's promote Ollie. No, he can go up again too. Let's do Krumer then. Bulwark, let's get him a level. Is that the only one? Yep. I like that ability. Confirm. Alright, give him the pipe. I don't think we have anything else that isn't claimed by somebody else right now. Sure. Alright. Onward and upward. Let's go. This guy first, if we can. What is that gloomy thing standing watch over the stragglers? Oh, wow. Oh, come on, really? Let's go get that guy. He'll summon reinforcements if we don't. Go up here. go this way, away from the exploding things. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Oh, we got more coming. Oh man. Oh, that was still the end of the fight though. Fall back! Gunbender repeats. The opening is ready to come down. As everyone sprints into the mine, the guard captain tosses you a heavy hammer and points at a timber. You deserve the honor, he says. You turn and look at the gray sky, the snow, Bindle, and the dredge walking towards you. With a hefty swing, the timber snaps and rocks begin to fall. You drop the hammer and race down the shaft toward the light of the torches. Ahead, the path comes to a dead end against the smooth surface of a large flat rock. We should camp, Zephyr says. It may be the last decent sleep these people get for days. I'll need Nicholas to assist me in opening the path beyond, but first, you and I should talk. Alright guys, this seems like a good stopping point for the game right now. We will continue this next week, Thursday, is when I plan on playing the Banner Saga 2 again. Next week, Friday, I will not be streaming because I have a work event to attend. So unfortunately, next week we'll only be playing this on Thursday. In the meantime, my VOD for yesterday's ending of Banner Saga 1 is up on YouTube, as well as the recap video of the Banner Saga 1. Those are both on my YouTube channel. Yesterday's start to Banner Saga 2 will be up tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, and then today's playthrough will be up on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern or Central. With all that said, tomorrow morning I'll be streaming Final Fantasy XI. We'll be doing some mining streaming, maybe some Paladin. Not entirely sure yet. We'll see. Depends on what I get. Sunday Sunday morning we'll also be streaming again, either mining or Paladin. We'll see. If I don't see you tomorrow, or if I don't see you Sunday, have a good rest of your week. Have a great weekend. I will see you Thursday or whenever I see you. Take care, guys. And later!